Good morning, fellow traders. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Wednesday, May the 26th, 2021. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. And you know what day it is. Whoop, whoop. So let's take a look, see where we left out the market yesterday. So things ended up kind of ticking red yesterday with a little bit of a down day, so making the monthly chart red, right? So we definitely need to keep an eye on this. This is the last week of the month, right? So weekly chart attempting to take the inside week up. McClellan oscillator starting to turn its way down. Daily chart had a red day yesterday, not quite dark cloud cover, but pretty close to it. And the SPY itself, again, kind of down here on increasing volume, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see how that goes going into today. If we go to the SPX and take a look at the wave count again, we could still be bullish and pull back. The futures are green, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. So it may actually look at like a bit of a gap up here today. But we'll see how that holds. It could sort of be like maybe the start of a zigzag down, or maybe just sort of an ABCA, right? ABCB, and then we'll see how that goes. So, but again, this looks like a possible wave up, impulsive wave up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then we could see this ABC down to fill this gap. So we could see some bearish action before we see some possibly major bullish action. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Like we said, up 13.25 points here today. We got mortgage applications this morning that just came out. Not really affecting much right now. Geometric line may be holding right here, so we might stretch that out on the live stream here this morning. Again, over the overnight highs, holding the geometric line could test for yesterday's highs and start to kind of grind its way up. We're really not that far from all-time highs if we really wanted to get there. So that is a possibility, not necessarily saying today. Below the geometric level and below the overnight lows, right, we got one little support level right here, kind of a signal zone. You can see this kind of drop base rally. But if we get below yesterday's lows, right, we got some clear air. So let's see which way they decide to take this one today. It could be interesting. Let's take a look at the MES here this morning. Again, same thing, right? So we can draw a smaller geometric line if we do this here. I'll just kind of see how this holds here going into the morning. That could be an interesting level of interest. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs here today, again, try to go get below this the macro geo line right here. We're kind of hanging on to it here so far, so let's see how that goes going into today. The IWM almost looks like a bearish retrace, but it is holding the mid. Notice how it took out that geometric line we put in the bubble report yesterday. Now it's holding this mid geometric line, so if that breaks down, we have this line below here, which could be on the radar. As for the XLF, again, a bounce off of its geo line right here, so let's see how that holds. We did break down nicely yesterday. Again, if we break down below here, that could start to weigh on the market. Let's take a look at the VIX here this morning. So VIX ended up closing up yesterday, but gapping down here this morning. It is possible that it's working on a sideways head and shoulders right here and could get perky again. We just need to kind of keep an eye on those levels and see how it goes going into today. As for some of our favorite names, let's take a look at Apple here this morning. It's up a little bit here, kind of grinding up off of its signal zone. So some good stuff there. Tesla. So Tesla up a few points here this morning. I'd really like to see it get and stay above the 610.50 area to try to get above yesterday's inside day high. So let's see how we go there for Tesla today. As for Bitcoin, it was up like 4,000, then just dropped another 2,000. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get more in-depth video coverage on the stocks or setups that are on our radar, be sure to join our group or subscribe to the Bubble Report for more morning analysis. The Bubble Report includes S&P 500 review, also a market profile game plan on the S&P futures, sector updates, gappers, orbs, unusual option activity, economic calendar, and we also have Elliott wave counts that are on our radar made by Algo 382. Be sure to click the link at the end of this video to subscribe today.